Hidden within the microscopic tapestry of life lies a code of infinite possibility. Unstable, limitless, waiting for the spark. One creature holding the genetic key to 1,000 destinies. A biological miracle, ready to adapt to a changing world. The living cathedral. Here, time moves differently. Torterra, a walking ecosystem. And Leafeon, its symbiotic soul. Connected by root and nerve, they share a single breathing rhythm, a glimpse of the forest spirit. Celebi, a blessing of growth, accelerating the cycles of life. In this sacred grove, the past and future intertwine. Into the furnace, where rock turns to liquid. Here, heat is not an enemy, but a fuel. Flareon, the embodiment of the flame. Its internal fire burns at 1,600 degrees. A territorial dispute. Magmar, born of magma, versus Flareon, the thermal guardian. A dance of embers and raw power. But this is not just a fight. It is a test of will. A truce is called. Not out of weakness, but out of recognition. In this hostile crucible, life recognizes life. The magma dweller retreats, leaving the guardian to its vigil. Night falls on the crater, a solitary beacon in the dark. For a creature this small, the world is a labyrinth of giants. Amidst the ancient ferns and drifting spores, curiosity is the first sign of intelligence. But in the wild, innocence is a luxury. The light shifts, the air grows heavy. In the undergrowth, silence does not mean safety, it often means you are being hunted. Arbok, an apex predator. Speed is its only defense. Every muscle fiber is pushed to the absolute limit. Every thorn is a lesson in fragility. Cornered and outmatched, survival often favors the clever, not just the strong. A narrow escape, earned by quick wits. Battered and exhausted, it seeks refuge from the predator's domain. The air thins, the cold bites. Eevee must leave the comfort behind. Every step on this ridge is a battle against the elements. The weather turns. Snow becomes a wall of white. Direction becomes meaningless. The cold strips away warmth, energy, and hope. Pushed to the absolute biological limit, the body begins to shut down, alone in the white silence. But just as the end seems inevitable, a faint blue pulse calls out from the void. A promise of survival. From the freezing void, Glaceon rises. Ice is no longer a prison, but a weapon. a pathfinder for the giants leading the migration through the white silence. Under the aurora, the storm breaks, a moment of frozen perfection, but destiny calls. From the ancient stones below, the journey continues. Leaving the green world behind, it descends into the silent unknown. Sometimes the path to destiny begins with a stumble. As Eevee slips, biology takes over. The fur dissolves. The cellular structure rearranges. It is no longer a land dweller. It is becoming something else entirely. Vaporeon, born of the abyss. Here it finds not just a new form, but ancient allies. The gentle giants of the deep. In this bioluminescent sanctuary, light is a language. It moves with liquid grace, dancing with the living lanterns of the deep. A master of camouflage, its molecular structure allows it to melt into the element itself. But the water is only one path. The instinct to explore drives it upward, breaking the surface tension, to face a new, harsher reality, from the cool depths to the charged heights. A landscape scarred by the fury of the heavens. Here, the air tastes of ozone and the ground trembles under the stampede of panicked Rhyhorn. Chaos is the only constant. To survive the lightning, one must embrace it. Jolteon. Its fur creates a static shield, turning it into a living conductor. It moves not with muscles, but with the speed of a thunderclap. A leader emerges not by size, but by spirit. Absorbing the excess voltage, it becomes a beacon in the dark, guiding the lost through the storm, proving that even the smallest spark can light the way. High on the peaks, the adrenaline fades. The needles soften back into fur. It is a lonely duty being the lightning rod. But in the quiet gratitude of the herd, the solitary guardian finds its purpose. The ruins of Alf, a place where history whispers, watched by silent sentinels who count the seconds of eternity. The alphabet of the universe begins to wake up. The air hums with a power older than time itself. Something is coming. The celestial alignment. Day meets night. The duality within Eevee can no longer be contained. The unknown swarm, rewriting the laws of reality. Espeon the sun, Umbreon the moon, two halves of the same soul. One commands the light, the other embraces the shadow. Together they bring order to the chaos, holding the cosmic balance in perfect symmetry, a dance of existence. As the light returns, the message is clear. Darkness and light are not enemies, but partners in the dance of existence. Harmony is restored. Leaving the sacred grounds, the world changes again, from harmonies to devastation. The wind carries the scent of dust and war. The wasteland, a scarred battlefield where nothing grows, but even here giants tread. Tyranitar, the mountain shaker, and Agrim, the iron wall. Unstoppable forces on a collision course. The air grows heavy with aggression. For the small observer caught in the middle, there is nowhere to hide. The earth itself holds its breath. When mountains clash with iron, the ground shatters. A war of attrition, with no end in sight. Rage is the only language spoken here. But strength has many forms. Sylvian, the peacemaker, wielding a power greater than rage. Empathy, a soothing touch that disarms the soul. The rage subsides, the dust settles. Where there was war, life blooms, a valley restored. Proof that even the hardest hearts can be healed and the driest riverbeds can flow once more. One Eevee, 8 paths. A legacy written in the stars, the evolution of our continues. A future full of infinite possibilities. Ready for whatever comes next.